That I believe in my skills. I will do everything to be undisputed world champion, and I'm capable to do it.
Dmitry Bivol promises to do everything in his power to end Artur Beterbiev's reign to become the undisputed world champion. Light heavyweight boxing is gearing up for a monumental clash. On June 1st in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, two undefeated giants, Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, will face off to determine the undisputed champion of the division. Although the fight is still over a month away, the excitement and drama have already begun to build. Artur Beterbiev, the IBF, WBC, and WBO light heavyweight champion, brings an impeccable record of 20 wins, all by knockout, into the ring, while Bivol defeated Malik Zinad and performed admirably against the 5'8" Canelo Alvarez. It will be much more difficult for him to do so against Beterbiev. While looking at Canelo and presently Beterbiev, Bivol said, "It's two different people, two absolutely different fighters. Artur is bigger and has a stronger punch and different technique." In his fight against Canelo Alvarez on May 7, 2022, Dmitry Bivol used a strategy of staying close to the ropes and blocking Canelo's big hooks. Since Canelo's punches were mostly wide and predictable, Bivol was able to see them coming and defend effectively. However, Bivol understands that Artur Beterbiev presents a different challenge. Beterbiev is known for his quick, powerful combinations and ability to land multiple punches in rapid succession. As a result, Bivol realizes that his approach against Canelo might not be as effective against Beterbiev. "You went to the final stop in your career in this weight class? He's a great fighter, a good puncher, and has good technique." Beterbiev's performance against Callum Smith was exceptional, as he knocked out Smith in just 7 rounds, marking the first time Smith had ever been stopped in his career. While Canelo Alvarez had defeated Smith by a wide unanimous decision on December 19, 2020, he never managed to hurt him during their fight. Beterbiev, on the other hand, not only demolished Smith but also took some significant shots while doing so. Assessing Beterbiev's performance, Bivol said, "It was a good performance. He showed that he still has the power, pressure, and he's confidence." However, Bivol believes he can beat Beterbiev on fight night. He concluded that with the right preparation and strategy, he's confident in his ability to win. "We will see in the ring how it will be. It's not personal. He has what I want: IBF, WBC, and WBO 175 lb titles, and what I need. I can say I believe in my skills. I will do everything to be undisputed, and I'm capable of doing it." Dmitry Bivol has stated that facing Artur Beterbiev is the toughest challenge of his career to date. In a previous interview, Bivol admitted that Beterbiev poses an even greater difficulty than Canelo Alvarez.
To be honest, I believe that it's the hardest test. Why? Because he's stronger. I know he's physically stronger than Canelo, and he has good technique too. Many people talks about his power, but they forget about his technique.
Furthermore, the boxing community is eagerly anticipating the showdown between the two light heavyweights on October 12th. Lyndon Arthur has a unique perspective, having lost a unanimous decision to Bivol last year and previously sparred Beterbiev. He gave his verdict to Boxing News. "I used to think I still think Bivol's the best. Bivol's elite, but now I've felt Bivol doesn't hit as hard as he needs to keep Beterbiev off. I've sparred Beterbiev. I know how hard he hits in 16 ounces. I wouldn't like to take them shots in 10 ounces. Not for as long as that anyway, as a 12-round fight. I don't know, men. Bivol's a boxer through and through, and he'll be happy to stay in there and box his head off if it can be done. I'm excited for that fight. I'm sitting on the fence." Zhile Zhang confidently predicted that Artur Beterbiev would knock out Dmitry Bivol. In an interview with Boxing Scene, Zhang shared his thoughts on the potential matchup, stating that Beterbiev's power will be too much for Bivol to handle, ultimately leading to a KO. "They're both great fighters, but Beterbiev will hurt him and probably end this fight with a knockout. I think Beterbiev's power will overwhelm Bivol's in-and-out footwork and his skill set. I think Beterbiev is just way too strong." Eddie Hearn also praised Artur Beterbiev, emphasizing that Dmitry Bivol has never encountered a fighter quite like him. Hearn pointed out that Bivol is considered the underdog in this matchup and described Beterbiev as being so exceptionally tough that it's akin to facing someone who seems almost superhuman.
Like, you're fighting a guy that's not human. You know, he's not breathing. Every shot hurts. Even in the clinches, you see how strong he is. I'm not sure I've seen anything like it before, really. It's like it's not right. It's just like it's an unfair advantage.
Eddie Hearn also observed that although Artur Beterbiev is getting older, he continues to improve with each fight. Hearn also pointed out that if Dmitry Bivol follows his game plan, he might be able to wear Beterbiev out in the later rounds. He compared the fight to a chess match, emphasizing that every move and strategy will be crucial in determining the winner. "I know he's getting older and you hope that he is slowing down, but he is not. He's actually doing his best performances now. It is very difficult to outbox him in the 12 rounds because he is actually going to wear you down. He is going to force the pressure with his shots around the back of the head and shots on the ears. They really hurt. George Groves praised both fighters and their respective styles. He said, Beterbiev, once he lands, he has an affect. The question would be, can he land on Bivol, and does it have the same affect with everyone else he's boxed? Bivol was exceptional against Canelo when he gets his game plan set up and he sticks to it. He boxed exquisitely well, but it's a safety-first approach from Bivol, and you realize he hasn't stopped anyone in a long time. Years and years. He beat Lyndon Arthur out in Saudi recently, but I thought he would do a bit more of a demolition job on him, and if you put Lyndon Arthur in with Beterbiev, you'd think he'd just walk through him. The former super middleweight world champion is leaning towards Artur Beterbiev in this fight, predicting that Beterbiev's unyielding and forceful pressure will prevail over Dmitry Bivol's skillful precision and footwork. You have to have a really good jab to establish, create, and maintain that distance with Beterbiev. If you don't have that jab that keeps him busy, honest, and at long range, then he will eventually just march you back. Every time Smith had his back on the ropes, he was in severe danger. Bivol is much more comfortable boxing off the ropes, but I think Beterbiev's the favorite. Maybe there's recency bias there. I probably go with Beterbiev win, but I wouldn't be confident on it. Joe Smith Jr., who has faced losses against both Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol, shared his perspective in a recent interview with Themistodi. His fight with Bivol was quite competitive, and he even managed to knock Bivol down at one point. However, his encounter with Beterbiev was notably one of his worst performances. Despite this, Joe Smith Jr. believes that Bivol is the superior fighter overall compared to Beterbiev. When asked which of the two was more challenging,
in my opinion, I felt Bivol was, the tougher fight for me. He's all-around fighter, but both fighters are very skilled. Beterbiev, he's very accurate with his punches. He hits you where he wants to. But I would be looking forward to seeing the two of them fight. But
Mark Ramsey believes that Dmitry Bivol may have intentionally delayed the fight, hoping that time would catch up with Beterbiev and he would start to show signs of aging. However, Ramsey pointed out that instead of slowing down, Beterbiev has only improved over time. It's going to be a very important fight. There is nothing personal here for Artur. He just wants to beat the guy in front of him, and at the end of the day, he just really wants to win. This is his main thing. He is just very competitive. He is always training and in the gym. We've just been waiting and waiting. They are hoping that one day Artur is going to get old, but he is just getting better and better. Albert Ramirez believes that the fight will be a 50-50 but bets on Beterbiev to win by knockout. He stated, "For me it is a 50-50 fight on paper. I know how Artur trains personally, and I've heard Bivol is always doing good training. But if I do have to put money on the fight, I will have to say that Artur will win by knockout." On his recent podcast, former world champion Sean Porter shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. Porter expressed strong confidence in Bivol's chances of winning and predicted that, unlike some of their past matches, this fight is likely to go beyond the early rounds. Artur Beterbiev is going to take a lot of punches like he always does, and I don't think he can catch up to Dmitry Bivol, stated Porter. Nope, he can't drag Bivol into a fight. Too damn disciplined. Too much lateral movement. Too intuitive. Good boxer. Roy Jones Jr. believes that Dmitry Bivol holds a slight advantage ahead of his huge undisputed battle against Artur Beterbiev later this year. Jones Jr., a former light heavyweight champion himself, has identified several factors why Bivol should be considered the favorite.
No. Not 50-50. One, Beterbiev is 38 years old. Beterbiev has been down.
Yes.
Bivol had never been down. Bivol been in there with who at the time was pound the best, which was Canelo Alvarez. Made him look like nothing. So I'm not saying it's 50-50. Beterbiev got everything to show me to bring it back up to 50-50. Right now, Bivol has the advantage 60-40. Now, Beterbiev is a hell of a guy and a hell of a fighter and has an awesome power.
So what do you think about this fight? Share your thoughts in the comments section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video.